Good morning. This is Trisha with Homesteading from Scratch. I'm just sitting here having a fresh, hot cup of coffee first thing this morning. Just taking it slow, contemplating what my day is going to look like today. In a couple of hours, I will have my girls from my homeschool co-op come over. Me and the other two board members are going to do some summer planning for the upcoming school year, so that's always fun and exciting. But before that, I am sitting here just contemplating, and I think I've decided what I'm going to do today. So we are 3 years into keeping chickens. We are coming up on the 4th year. So 3 full years we've been keeping chickens. And for about the last, I say 3 or 4 months, we've been dealing with egg eaters. And this has been plaguing me. Every time I go out to the nesting box, I see evidence of the egg eaters. Right now I have 16 hens and I'm getting 4 and 5 eggs a day. And it's summer and that's just not okay. So we've tried everything that I have read in the Facebook forums or the Facebook groups and in the forums that people recommend so far. We tried the plastic egg with the mustard in it, and I'm pretty sure my chicken's just like mustard. We tried the ceramic eggs to try to get them to stop, but I think the reason that didn't work is because we have 8 nesting boxes. John built the coop, and when he built the coop, he built the nesting boxes, and we put 8 in there because we wanted to have lots of space. But when we put the ceramic eggs in there, they just eat other. I don't have enough ceramic eggs to go in every single nesting box, so they just eat other eggs. And it's not 1 or 2 chickens. I'm pretty sure it's, I don't know about all of them, but it's most of them. It's a lot of them, and it's even the rooster. And he's such a good rooster. So the last thing in the whole wide world that I want to do is cull these chickens for this reason. So I am going to, my dog is scratching at the door wanting to come in. I'm going to give something else a try. We bought a Rollaway nesting box. So today I'm going to try to give that one a go. I'm going to build it and I'll show you a little bit about that. I'll introduce you to the chickens and show you the coop that John built that I love so much. So that is what's on the agenda for today. I thought it was time that I introduce you to our flock, and I think my rooster's ready too. So these are our chickens, and here is our coop. John built it. I'm trying to talk. John built it when we first started keeping chickens. John and Tristan. That's our son. And so we've got our waterers. That's rude. We've got a variety of different breeds, different colored egg layers. And so as you can see, back in that way is the coop where they stay at night. I'm trying to get it to focus. And he has to say hello. That is our beautiful boy. Say hi, Shadow. All right, so we have a variety. We have Easter eggers, golden sex links. We've got some Wyandottes and some olive eggers. And Shadow is an Easter egger rooster. John built me a side door to be able to access the nesting boxes. And so I'm going to show you that. Now oh, look, somebody's in there laying an egg. There's one. And then here is what I'm talking about. Here is evidence that somebody has already laid an egg and it's been eaten this morning. Who was it? Anybody in there? Was it you? I don't know who it is. Okay, so here is the nesting box that we went with. We purchased a Rent-A-Coop nesting box. Now, we got it from Northern Tool, which I didn't even know they sold chicken things. So, open this bad boy up and build it. Okay, well, I got my drill and my instruction manual and I'm ready to go. We opted for the reversible rollout suite. Now the suite has the 3 openings because of the number of chickens we have. We had to get the reversible because almost every nesting box I saw, it rolls out to the front, and that would negate the entire purpose of John creating that door that opens from the outside. Now, most other nesting boxes that open from the outside, they're made for having just this, the egg part sticking out, and they don't have the big open doors. So this is where we went to find kind of like a middle of the road. It's reversible. So we're gonna give this a try. I'm hoping that it works. I'm hoping that it'll work for our space. I'm hoping that it'll work for our chickens. Looks like I'm gonna have some help from Rancher, our Australian Shepherd. He might come and help, he might not. Hey buddy, you're in my shop. Back. I'm sitting on the floor, so he thinks it's time to play. Hey, back. Nope, back. Kennel. Good boy. All right, so let's see what we can do here. At the end of it all, it only took me about an hour to assemble all of this, even with the extra help that you can see popping in and out of this video. The instructions were pretty easy, so I'm happy with it. Here we go. Slide it in. Tray number 3. Give it a little shimmy, and there she goes. All right. And she's done. Here she is from the side and from the front. And so now all that's left to do is wait for the weekend, and John and I will install it into the coop. Okay, well, we actually have been delayed due to weather a couple of different times. So it's the middle of the week. John's at work. I'm going to give this a try. I'm going to try to remove the old nesting boxes and replace it with the new ones that I built. I do have a broody hen in there, so we're going to have to see how she handles it. But it looks like I probably have 30-45 minutes before weather comes through. So let's see if I can get it done. Everybody's going to have to vacate. All right, well, it looks like I did not in fact beat the weather. I've got it half disassembled. I'm just going to leave the other half in here because I don't want to leave them nowhere to lay. And I'll pick this back up, I guess, tomorrow, weather permitting. All right, so 3rd day's the charm. We're going to see if we can't finish this up this morning. I'm going to finish taking out the old nesting boxes and put in the new rollaway. Let's see how it goes. So that's it. The nesting boxes are out, and I am going to do a really thorough cleaning of this area before I put the new ones in. And I need to hurry because I have a couple of hens looming that are ready to lay. So they'll give our new Rollaway nesting box a good trial run today. All right, it's all clean, and as you can hear, my broody hen is putting a timetable on my actions of the day. She's ready to get back in. So I did notice a couple of spaces where there were bugs. I removed all of these. When we originally started, when we built, we saw something that said to use the stick-on tile on the floor of your coop would make it easier to clean, and although it did initially, there was just no keeping these things stuck on there very well, or at least not the cheap ones that we bought.
So in theory it's a great idea, but the problem is they kept getting unstuck. Now these were underneath the nesting boxes, so I am just now getting a chance to remove them. The only thing it did was create little traps of chicken poop and bedding and give insects a place to hide. So I removed the rest of them. I'm going to give it a good dose of lime and diatomaceous earth before I put in the new nesting box. So here I go. If you can't hear in the background, I have several chickens who are giving me a timer. Bossy. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. Alright, I had a couple chickens that were hanging out, so I didn't want them to inhale the diatomaceous earth. They're not supposed to have that in their, to inhale it, but it's good for bugs. And what I have here is an old garlic powder container from Sam's, and I just kept the sprinkler part, and I fill it half with lime and half with diatomaceous earth, and I sprinkle it on whenever I'm doing any kind of a bedding change because it decreases the bugs. So I've got a good coating there, and I'm gonna see what I got to do about getting the new Rollaway nesting box installed. So as you can see, I have it set up, because this is a reversible nesting box, I have it set up to where they can enter in the front and it rolls away towards the back, so that way I can just open up my doors. I measured before I purchased it. I haven't measured it since it's been built, so here's hoping I measured correctly. Oh, well, I'm noticing a hawk flying overhead while I'm free ranging. I'm gonna keep my eye on it. Our rooster is pretty good about letting his girls know when they need to get back into the coop, so hopefully he's doing his job. I'm going to keep my eyes open though. Okay. Awesome. Well, she fits. So what I need to do now is the way that it is set up, it's set up where the front needs to be raised just a little bit. I figured this out when I was in the house. So that way, because right now it's set up to where the nesting trays are flat, but they need to have an incline for them to, for the eggs to roll out. So I'm going to pull out my 2x4s. I have some scrap 2x4s that I'm gonna install towards the front of this. That'll give the roosting bar on the front of this a little bit of a pickup off of the coop floor. And it's going to give the incline that the nesting box needs for it to be able to roll away. Because now I can just reach back here and pick up the eggs. She's in there. She's pretty level. Broke a sweat doing that, but all my chickens are surrounding me. They're ready to get in. So I'm going to let them give it a try. I am about to cut and use some of these just to give it a try. I'm not really sure what to put at the bottoms of these, but we're going to give this a try. These are the impeccable nesting pads. I'm just going to, this is what was readily available to me. I'm going to give it a try, and if this concept works, I'll probably switch to the hemp. But this is just to give it a try. So I'm going to give you a look and see what we got here. All right. So as you can see, we've got it in there. I ended up using the 2x4s on their sides. I secured them in with the with some screws that I took out from the previous nesting box, and then I got it all level. And so now I can just reach right in right here, and hopefully this prevents my egg eaters from getting to the eggs. So I'll keep you posted on how that goes. Thanks for watching.